In this video, we are going to discuss how to determine the volume of gases of your reactants as well as your products based on the stoichiometric ratio. Take a look with me now to this question. 10 cm cube of propane gas, the formula is C3H6, burns completely in oxygen to produce carbon dioxide gas. What is the volume of CO2 gas that's produced? In this question, we were told that propane gas, reacts with oxygen gas to produce carbon dioxide gas. We are given this formula over here. Now, the first step, students, is to first determine the moles of my propane gas. As you all know, moles of gas can be found by taking the volume divided by 24 dm cube. So in this case here, in order to find the moles of propane gas, what we will do is to take 0.01 divided by 24. This is dm cube, and this is dm cube as well. Now, before I go on with the calculation, what I'll do for now, just as a very quick way, I'm just going to leave it here, I'm not going to press the calculator. If you're going to do this for the actual exam, you need to press the calculator and give me a figure, but for the sake of time, let me just keep it here, because I want to develop and show you a concept once this is developed. Now, most of propane gas is this amount here. So, subsequently what happens is, let's consider the mole ratio of my propane gas to my carbon dioxide gas. Now, so what happens here in this case here, take a look with me, this is actually 1:3, 1:3. From this mole ratio, what we can find is the moles of my CO2 gas. And that really is equal to 3 times this number over here. So it's actually 3 times 0.01 over 24. Both the units here are in dm cube. So what happens is, this is the moles of CO2 gas. But the question wants the volume of CO2 gas. So in order to find the volume, the volume of CO2 gas, that means it will be 3 times 0.01 divided by 24, and then I will have to multiply this by 24 dm cube. So what happens is, these two cancel out, and what I'm left with now is actually 0.03 dm cube, and for that matter, if I want to convert my answer to cm cube, it becomes 30.0 cm cube. Again, always making a point to leave my answer in 3 significant figures. Now, this is not the end. Even though you get the answer, the purpose of this topic is to show you something more important. Why is this something that is more important? Look with me now. If I were to consider this ratio over here, if I were to put the volume of C3H6 and I were to put it into a ratio, volume, if I were to put the volume of C3H6 to the volume of CO2, what happens is you'll find that the volume here is actually 10 cm cube. And this volume here is also equal to 30 cm cube. And that means that once I reduce this to simple terms, it becomes 1:3. Now, students, this number here and this number here, you'll find that they are actually the same. As you can see here, what I'm trying to say is that in the case of a gas, the mole ratio, okay, is actually equals to this ratio over here. And what do we call this ratio over here? This ratio, okay, we call it the volume ratio. So, what is the main learning point of this video here? The learning point of this video over here is this, okay? At the same temperature and pressure, okay, at the same temperature and pressure, 1 mole of gas, okay, and 1 mole of gas means any gas, okay, any gas, okay, occupies the same volume. And what does this mean? Now students, because of this situation, we have one very, very important equation which you guys must remember, and that is volume ratio equals, okay, equals mole ratio. Okay? So now, students, with this in mind, let me resolve this question again in a much faster way. Now, this is the moment that if you want to copy this, you want to pause this, because I'm just going to keep this, I'm going to erase this, okay? So, pause the video and copy what you need to. So now, let's continue. So now that we know this very important volume ratio to mole ratio, how does this solving this question look like? Well, since I know that the mole ratio, okay, is actually of mole ratio of my propane to my CO2 is actually 1:3. That simply means, okay, that because the mole ratio, okay, mole ratio is equals to volume ratio. That means that for 10 cm cube, okay, of propane gas, that means that I am going to get straight away 1 times 3, 10 times 3 becomes 30 cm cube of CO2. Okay, that's all. The final answer is here. 30 cm cube, just remember to leave it in 3SF, so it's 30.0 cm cube, okay, in 3SF. There you have it, your answer.